The mid-19th century was a time of immense change for San Francisco. This period marked the city's transformation from a quiet, unassuming port town into a vibrant and bustling metropolis. The catalyst for this dramatic change was the discovery of gold in the nearby Sierra Nevada mountains. The gold rush of 1849 transformed the city. Thousands of prospectors, adventurers, and fortune seekers from all corners of the globe descended upon San Francisco, hoping to strike it rich. The city's population exploded almost overnight, bringing with it a whirlwind of activity and opportunity. What was once a sleepy port became a bustling metropolis. Streets that had been quiet and empty were now filled with the sounds of construction, commerce, and the constant movement of people. Buildings sprang up rapidly, and businesses of all kinds flourished. People from all over the world flocked to San Francisco. They came from Europe, Asia, South America, and beyond, each bringing their own cultures, traditions, and dreams. This influx of diverse groups created a unique and dynamic social fabric. They came seeking fortune and opportunity. Many hoped to find gold, but others saw the potential for success in the booming economy that supported the miners. Shops, saloons, and services of all kinds sprang up to cater to the needs of the growing population. The city became a melting pot of cultures and backgrounds. This diversity was reflected in the food, language, and customs that could be found in the bustling streets and neighborhoods of San Francisco. It was a place where dreams could be made and broken in equal measure. For every success story, there were countless tales of hardship and disappointment. The promise of wealth was tantalizing, but the reality was often harsh and unforgiving. Amidst the chaos and excitement of this burgeoning city, a unique figure emerged. This individual would capture the imagination of the city's residents and become a symbol of its eccentric spirit. He would become known as Emperor Norton. Joshua Norton, a man of grand visions and eccentric behavior, declared himself Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico. His proclamations and decrees, though often whimsical, were taken seriously by many. The streets of San Francisco were a whirlwind of activity. Saloons overflowed with miners. Merchants hawked their wares. The city was alive with the energy of those seeking their fortunes and the constant hum of commerce. Gambling dens promised fortunes or ruin. These establishments were a common sight, offering games of chance that could make or break a person's future in an instant. The air buzzed with a sense of limitless possibility and palpable danger. Every corner of the city seemed to hold the potential for both incredible success and devastating failure. Amidst this chaotic landscape, an air of lawlessness prevailed. With the rapid growth and influx of people, the city's fledgling government struggled to maintain order and enforce the law. The newly formed city government struggled to maintain order. Vigilante justice was common. Groups of citizens often took the law into their own hands, dealing with crime and disputes in their own ways. It was in this environment, where societal norms were fluid and fortunes shifted like the tides, that Joshua Norton would find his unusual destiny. His story is a testament to the unique and often unpredictable nature of life in 19th century San Francisco. Joshua Norton arrived in San Francisco in 1849, a time when the city was bustling with the energy and excitement of the gold rush. He was a young man with a sharp mind and an ambitious spirit, eager to make his mark in this rapidly growing city. Norton was not just any young man. He was an astute businessman with a keen eye for opportunity. Like many others, Norton was drawn by the allure of gold, hoping to strike it rich in the mines of California. However, he initially found success not in the mines, but in commerce, where his sharp business acumen set him apart. He established himself as a successful merchant, dealing in a variety of goods that were in high demand. Norton traded in commodities, amassing a considerable fortune through his shrewd dealings and strategic investments. He became a respected member of the burgeoning city's business community, known for his integrity and business savvy. Norton's business acumen was undeniable, and he quickly rose to prominence. He possessed a keen understanding of the volatile markets, often predicting trends before they became apparent to others. Norton could predict supply and demand with remarkable accuracy, a skill that served him well in his business ventures. His investments in real estate and shipping further increased his wealth, making him one of the wealthiest men in San Francisco. At this time, Norton was a far cry from the eccentric figure he would later become. He was known for his sharp attire, refined manners, and keen intellect. Often seen in the finest clothes and engaging in intellectual discussions. He moved amongst the city's elite, attending high society gatherings and making influential connections. Norton was a respected member of San Francisco society, admired for his business success and social grace. However, fate, as it often does, had other plans for Joshua Norton. Despite his early successes, his fortunes would soon take a dramatic turn, leading him down a path that no one could have predicted. In the 1850s, Norton made a risky business decision. He was a well-known figure in San Francisco, a city bustling with opportunity and ambition. He invested heavily in the Peruvian rice market, believing it to be a surefire way to increase his wealth. The Peruvian rice was in high demand, and Norton was confident in his choice. He believed that a shortage was imminent. Norton was certain the price of rice would soar. He poured his resources into this venture, expecting a significant return on investment. Unfortunately, his gamble backfired. The rice shipment he was expecting arrived, but so did many others. The market was suddenly saturated. The market was flooded with Peruvian rice. The price plummeted. What Norton thought would be a lucrative opportunity turned into a financial disaster. Norton was financially ruined. His investments were worthless, and his debts mounted. The swift collapse of his fortune was devastating. Norton's financial ruin was swift. It was also absolute. He lost his entire fortune, leaving him with nothing. It was also absolute. He lost his entire fortune. The once wealthy businessman was now penniless and desperate. Norton was forced to declare bankruptcy. This devastating blow had a profound effect on him. The legal proceedings were a public spectacle. Adding to his humiliation, it shattered his sense of self. Some historians speculate that his mental state was affected. The loss of his fortune and status was a heavy burden to bear. He withdrew from society. Norton was rarely seen in public. He became a recluse, avoiding the places and people he once knew. Then, in 1859, something extraordinary happened. Norton reappeared, but he was not the same man who had vanished. He was transformed. Gone was the astute businessman. In his place stood a figure of eccentricity and boldness. In his place stood a self-proclaimed emperor. Norton declared himself Norton I, Emperor of these United States. This bold declaration marked the beginning of a new chapter in his life. Emperor Norton's transformation was complete with his new attire. He donned a blue military uniform. It was adorned with brass buttons and gold epaulets. He topped this regal ensemble with a beaver hat. The hat was decorated with a peacock feather and a variety of pins and badges. This became his signature look. Dressed in his imperial garb, Emperor Norton became a fixture on the streets of San Francisco. He could be seen walking the streets with purpose. Norton carried a walking stick. He often paused to inspect businesses or converse with passers-by. His days were filled with self-appointed tasks. Norton inspected sidewalks. He reviewed public transportation. He made pronouncements on matters of local and national importance. He believed he was responsible for the welfare of his self-proclaimed empire. Section 5. Imperial Decrees, the Nature and Impact of Norton's Proclamations. Emperor Norton's pronouncements were often whimsical. They were always delivered with utmost seriousness. He issued decrees on a wide range of subjects. Norton abolished Congress. He dissolved the Democratic and Republican parties. He demanded the construction of a bridge spanning the bay. His decrees were published in local newspapers. While many dismissed Norton's decrees as the ramblings of a madman, others saw them differently. They viewed them as insightful social commentary. Norton's proclamations often highlighted the absurdity of the political climate. They poked fun at social conventions. His declaration to abolish Congress resonated with citizens disillusioned with the government. His call for a bridge over the bay, though seemingly outlandish at the time, would later become a reality with the construction of the Golden Gate Bridge. Section 6. The People's Emperor, San Francisco's embrace of their eccentric ruler. Despite his eccentricities, Emperor Norton was largely accepted by the people of San Francisco. They embraced him as a beloved local character. Shopkeepers welcomed him into their stores. Restaurant owners offered him free meals. Theater companies reserved seats for him at their performances. Norton, in turn, treated his subjects with kindness and respect. He would engage in lively debates with anyone who would listen. Norton offered his opinions on a wide range of subjects. He never broke character. Norton always conducted himself with the dignity he believed his station deserved. His presence added a touch of whimsy and color to the city. He became a symbol of San Francisco's tolerant and accepting spirit. Section 7. National Notoriety, Emperor Norton's Fame Beyond San Francisco. Emperor Norton's fame spread beyond San Francisco. He became a national curiosity. Newspapers across the country printed stories about his antics. Tourists flocked to San Francisco hoping to catch a glimpse of the self-proclaimed emperor. Mark Twain, a young writer living in San Francisco at the time, was so taken with Norton that he based a character on him in his writings. Norton's fame reached its peak when he issued a decree during the Civil War. He ordered both the North and the South to disband their armies and cease hostilities. While his decree had no impact on the war's outcome, it further cemented his status as a national figure of amusement and affection. Section 8. A City Mourns, the Death and Grand Funeral of Emperor Norton. On January 8, 1880, Emperor Norton collapsed on a San Francisco street. He died of a stroke. He was 68 years old. The news of his death spread quickly. The city mourned the loss of its beloved eccentric. Flags were flown at half-mast. Businesses closed in his honor. Norton's funeral was a grand affair. Thousands of people lined the streets to pay their respects. He was laid to rest in a pauper's grave. However, a few years later, his remains were moved to a more fitting location. Norton was reinterred in Woodlawn Cemetery. The new headstone read, "Norton First, Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico." Section 9. Norton's Enduring Reign, His Legacy in San Francisco and Beyond. Emperor Norton's legacy continues to this day. He is remembered as a symbol of San Francisco's unique character. He represents the city's tolerance for individuality. Norton also embodies the spirit of resilience and optimism that defines so much of San Francisco's history. Norton's image can be found throughout San Francisco. His likeness appears on murals, t-shirts, and even a local beer. The Emperor Norton Trust, a non-profit organization, works to preserve his memory. The organization also promotes awareness of mental health issues. Section 10. A Testament to Tolerance, Emperor Norton's Message for the Modern Age. In a world that often feels increasingly divided and intolerant, Emperor Norton's story offers a powerful message of acceptance and compassion. Norton, a man who lived on the fringes of society, was embraced by a city that celebrated his individuality. He serves as a reminder that true community is built on a foundation of empathy and understanding. Emperor Norton may have been a self-proclaimed emperor, but his true legacy lies in the hearts of the people who embraced him as one of their own. His story is a testament to the enduring power of human connection and the importance of celebrating our shared humanity in all its messy, imperfect glory.